Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Friday. We made it. It is Friday. Yeah, I'm feeling like Aaliyah. It's Friday and I'm ready to sing. Pick up my girls and hit the party sing. That's how I'm feeling because it's Friday, y'all. How can you not feel this way when it's Friday? So we're going to talk about quite a few things today. One of the things we're going to talk about I'm not sure if you all know enough about. We're going to talk about congressional salaries and how those salaries have changed, how your Congress went from in the 1960s making $22,000 a year to now making close to when the Speaker of the House makes over $200,000 a year. Good morning, Zarvis. I'm going to break down how Congress kept voting for themselves to get raises, and they kept giving themselves raise after raise after raise, while they won't raise the federal minimum wage. But they kept giving themselves increases. It must be nice to have a job in which you can go to people, tell lies, act like you're going to help them, don't help them, and then vote for yourself to continue to make more money, more money, more money. It must be a wonderful thing, to be able to do that. So we're going to go through that this morning. We're going to talk a little bit more about elections. We're going to talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene. We got a whole host of things. Now, first this morning, I'm going to start with this. Did y'all see how the company that the government contracted to rip down the east wing of the White House? They have not been paid. I'm going to say it again. Trump has not paid those people. So now those people are talking about suing. See, had they talked to people in New York and New Jersey, contractors there could have told them Trump doesn't pay his bills. He don't pay his bills. He's a rich grifter. Yeah, I'm up early this morning. It's Friday. He never pays. So now these people done ripped down the east wing of the White House and they didn't get a dime of money. I find this shit hilarious. That's what their stupid asses get. Because anybody that's ever worked with Trump as a contractor knows Trump don't pay his bills. So I don't know why they thought Trump would pay his bills. Why? Because it's affiliated with the federal government. It's a money grab happening right now. Yes, I do have just 2 pages, Andrea. I have this page and I have my Majobu for life in the number 2. If you see anything else other than that, it is not me. It is a scammer. They're going to try to approach you for crypto and other shit. Block them. Don't even talk to them. Yep, because it ain't me. I wouldn't even do that. Yep. So understand, Trump don't pay his bills. So no surprise that he's not going to pay that guy. You know what's so funny? I love Lamp. We can't, the contractor can't even put a lien on 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue because shit, that's our house technically. It's our house technically. Yeah, it's not me, D. If you got one, that wasn't me. Yep, delete that request and block them. It's a lot of scammers on TikTok. Funny thing, TikTok, it'll instantly catch if you say something it don't like and claim you doing misinformation, but it can't seem to deal with scammers. Go figure, right? It can't seem to deal with bot accounts. Go figure. How convenient, right? But it's no surprise that Donald Trump is not paying this contract company because Trump doesn't pay his bills. Doesn't pay his bills. So it's no surprise there. No surprise there whatsoever. Frankly, it's to be expected. Why would Trump pay his bills when his entire kind of brand is getting something for nothing? I agree with you, Michael. Everybody has heard how scandalous Trump is and that he doesn't pay his bills, but for whatever reason, this dumbass contractor thought they were going to get money. Nope. Oh, you got your bread maker. Tomorrow we're making biscuits. Yep. We're making those. I'm going to stop for a second. We're making those biscuits tomorrow. Just so y'all know, tomorrow's bread making Saturday. So you're going to see me online in the morning. I'll probably be on about 8:30 because I got to drop the kid off at work at 8 o'clock, right? So we are making those biscuits I told you about, those Parker House rolls. So let's do it tomorrow, baby. Okay, be ready. Ain't nothing like some good biscuits. Now I'm going to fully bake one tray of them to show you how they look when they're done. But the rest of them, I'm going to par bake, cool, and throw into the freezer. And that way, whenever we want biscuits, we'll pull them out, pop them on the pan, throw them in the oven for a few moments, and then we got biscuits. Easy. It'll be about 8:30 tomorrow morning. Okay. So I want to say thank y'all for joining me this morning. I'm only asking you to do two things while you're here. If you could tap that like button for me, because tapping is clapping. I appreciate that. Tapping is clapping. And then if you could also hit that copy link button. Copy link counts as a share. Okay. You don't even have to send that link to anybody, but copy link counts as a share. Thank you so much. Now, I'm going to tell you something that Steve Bannon said at an event recently. This is how scared Republicans are. Steve Bannon said if we lose the midterms and we lose 2028, some of us in this room are going to prison, myself included. That's what he said. Why would you say that if you hadn't done anything illegal? If you ain't done nothing illegal, if you haven't broken any laws, why would you be concerned about going to prison? I told you guys, I'm going to tell you the funniest thing to watch conservatives do right now. You know, the elections happened on Tuesday. Democrats creamed Republicans. Republicans didn't win no seats. They lost everything. They even lost seats in Mississippi. When you losing seats in Mississippi, you're fucking up, right? So now Republicans are trying to pivot. They're saying, well, we need to talk about the economy. We need to make things more affordable. They can't. They can't. Their entire party is built upon lifting up capitalists, big business, people like Jeff Bezos, Tim Cook. They don't care about the working people, haven't cared about the working people 20, 30, 40 years. They use the working people just to implement social fights about, social wars, about things going on in our lives, our personal lives. That's all it is. That's all they ever do. So now they're panicking. Why? Because folks want affordability. Folks want to be able to pay their rent, pay their mortgage, and not just have $20 left. Folks are tired of being broke. So the Republican platform is up against the wall because everybody's making money but us. Everybody but the 99.9 is making money. Y'all are waking up. You're coming out of your stupor. And Republicans are fucking nervous. They're fucking nervous. And they're going to stay nervous and they're going to keep trying to distract you. And those Epstein files. Just yesterday, I don't know if y'all noticed this, Republicans started this fake culture war online because they needed a distraction. The culture war was that some teachers, I think it was in California or Texas, I don't remember where it was, had costumes and were celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. That was what they created yesterday because it was a distraction, see? Because they don't have no policy to help you with in your life. They don't have no more policy. They never did. They don't have policy to put more money in your pocket. They can't say they want to educate the public better. They're breaking down the Department of Education. Think about it. They've gotten rid of all these jobs. They're fucking up communities. Republicans don't have nothing. They're up against the wall. I did not tell y'all. I told y'all the dog caught the car, baby. I've been telling you. And they caught the car so much. Now they're like, oh shit, y'all. What do we do? These people, we're not able to say the illegals are getting anything anymore. That shit doesn't work. So what are we going to do now? Because see, they've always been telling you it's the illegals. No, it's not. It's rich people. It's rich people. It's a class war, chicken lady, but it's race-based. Catch that part. Oh, it's a class war, but they use race and all these other social things to get regular 99.9% people to fight for rich folk. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Because working class people, they're like, Trump is literally, it's like Trump walks into a room, throws red meat on the floor, and that red meat can be anything. Gay people, people of color, immigrants, whatever it is. And guess what? Working class people, they go eat it up. Wake up, y'all. Hey, look, we're all struggling. And folks are waking up to the fact that they're tired of fucking struggling. Yup. You're waking up to the fact that you're tired of struggling, and you just realize that Republicans have no policy to help you stop struggling. Julie, I just breathed right onto that block button. Bye, beloved. Julie, you didn't think I saw you. I saw you, beloved. I know how to walk and chew gum at the same time. Who do you think I am? MAGA? Duh. Wake up, America. Because the party that's been selling you lies all this time is starting to realize the runway is running out on the lies. I told y'all. Now, I did some research and I wanted to tell y'all something that I found out this morning. Now, you know how I always tell you how Congress makes a lot of money? I'm going to go through and tell you how your Congress went from making $22,000 a year, right, to now making over $200,000 a year. I'm going to break it down to you how your Congress is just robbing you blind. Hey, Nick, you got to go. Just like I got rid of the other troll account that got mad, I got rid of them. Your ass got to go too. My block game is quick, right? See, I read books and I know how to multitask. So when I see it, you say New York did bad. You know who really did bad? Those fuckers in Kentucky who ain't got no SNAP benefits that voted for Trump. Poor asses. Bye. Y'all know MAGA in my live crashing out. But my block finger is strong, beloved. Y'all see this? Y'all see that? Dun, 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 dun. Ain't nothing like my block finger. My block finger is epically strong. You know why they crashing out, Kim? Because people waking up. People waking up. See, the bots, haven't I been telling y'all that rich people been paying for bots to be online to convince you to vote against your own best interest? You're waking up. They don't like this shit. So rich people are going to go in with convincing you to vote against your own best interest. Good morning, Chris. Wake up. Now, let me tell y'all something. In the 1960s, a congressman made $22,500 in the 1960s. $22,500 in the 1960s. And their cap was 30 grand. That was it. That's all an elected official would make in 1960s. When it got to the 70s, they were up to $42,500. And they capped out at $57,500. Okay? That was in the 1970s. Okay? Then we got to the 80s. They got a raise. They were up at $60,000, 662 bucks. In the 80s. Up to $75,100 in the 1980s. But then when the 90s came along, them motherfuckers start getting money. Okay, real money. In the 1990s, $98,400 starting salary. Capped out at $125,100. Because your Congress gave themselves a huge raise in the 90s. You're not able to give yourself a raise at your job. The only way you can give yourself a raise at your job is you got to own the business. See, Congress, they work in there and they also vote to have their own raises, right? Now listen, in the 2000s, starting base salary, $141,300. Max out at $154,700. Because Congress gave themselves raises again in the 2000s. Oh, what are those salaries as a percentage? I can do the calculation on that, and I'll let you know this evening. I can do that. Now, hold up now. Let's get to 2010 and above. Let's get to 2010 and above. Base starting salary, $174,000. That started in 2010. Now, when we get to max salaries, listen to this. Your majority and minority leaders in Congress make $193,400 base salary. Base salary. Your Speaker of the House, $223,500. But exactly, Naima, but these people won't raise the federal minimum wage. They complain, they tell you, oh, we can't raise it to $15. Y'all getting money up this motherfucker. What you mean we ain't got the money to do it? Exactly, mommy dearest. We're all in the wrong profession. I am running for Congress. I am. I'm running to be a part of that freshman class that comes in that wins from the midterms. This is how you get a raise. Real shit. If we want to change government, we got to change it from the inside. We got to get elected, put term limits in place, stop insider trading. Make it so that Congress cannot do inside. That's how they're making money. Let me tell you something. When I was growing up, I always thought about doing public service. I always thought about being in government. But you know what I would say? They don't make enough money. How are those people living on that money in the DMV? Then I found out how. Yes, I do support Ma'am Donnie. Sure do. Think Ma'am Donnie's a great candidate. He's better than that criminal Cuomo. Andrew Cuomo is a criminal. Eric Adams, criminal. So I absolutely like Ma'am Donnie. Yep, sure do. Yeah, I am going to run. I'm running in my area, in my district. I am. Because I'm going to say the shit that don't get said out loud. Even if I don't win, it's going to make folks think. It's going to make folks think, damn, yeah, why is that? Because, see, they don't want you to say the quiet part out loud. You understand? They don't want you to say the quiet part out loud. America, there's a segment of your government that doesn't like you. They hate you. Because, see, they're in Congress. I wrote all this down today. Look, they're in Congress getting money. When I saw this, I was like, oh, my God. What do you say? People trying to struggle to pay their electricity bill and you telling people they not working hard enough. Your ass getting $174,000 or 200 something thousand a year. That's why Mike Johnson don't give a shit about the House opening back up. Mike Johnson makes $223,000 a year. He makes almost 20 grand a month. He don't care. Yep, and he ain't even working. It's your money. They won't even raise federal minimum wage. If they raise the federal minimum wage by proxy, all of our salaries would go up. All of us. But they don't want us to. They want us to be fighting each other all on the floor, just scrambling, fighting. I don't know about y'all. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired. I'm tired of fighting and busting my ass working and never, ever, 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 ever getting ahead. Like you never gonna get ahead. The most that you can get ahead is you pay a bill off here or there temporarily. Before you know it, all of them shits right back up again. Because you're never going to get ahead. The system is not designed for you to get ahead. The system is not designed for you to prosper. It's designed for you to hate your neighbor for getting food stamps. Because by God, they might have bought a steak. But you're not supposed to hate Jeff Bezos, who wants to get your tax dollars to subsidize the growth of his company and privatize. He wants to privatize his profits and socialize his losses. Man, fuck all this. Yep, this is why I tell y'all, you mentioned about raising money for yourselves, David. This is why I keep encouraging folks, create co-ops. You need to be talking to people that are like-minded like you. And y'all need to be sharing resources. Real shit. Starting community gardens. That's what you need to be doing. That's what you need to be doing. And you said take those annual salaries, divide by 2080, that will give you the hourly rate. They're making a shitload of money to not work. Yep, they don't want females to vote. I'm going to tell you another reason why the Republican Party fights so hard against women. Women made a huge turnout for these elections. Women were a big part of it. That's why they hate you so much. And that's why they keep pandering to these fucking incels. That's why they keep pandering to the incels. But the incels didn't come out to vote the way they used to. Not that they came out for Trump. The incels did not come out for other Republican officials the way they come out for Trump. See, Trump is technically a lame duck president. He's technically because he can't run again. Now, he's going to do everything in his power to get you upset, to troll you, to make you think he is. Let me tell you something. I'm going to show you one reason why the president ain't running again. That's it right there. Motherfucker can't stay awake. Run to what? The porta potty, the little bedside toilet. He can't stay awake. Trump is not somebody you got to worry about running for president at all. He ain't got the energy to run for president at all. So trust me, you ain't got to worry about it. Okay? You ain't got to worry. Pop is asleep. Okay? They used to always talk about Sleepy Joe. Don't nobody talk about Droopy Don. Don't nobody talk about Droopy Don. What they say, sativa on one side, indica on the other. Hey, Fernie, good morning to you. You're absolutely right, Zarvis. MAGA only lives as long as Trump does. Because as soon as Trump ain't around, MAGA is done. MAGA's done. You say, what do you think I made about the prison statement made by Bannon? I talked about it a little bit this morning. I said that lets you know they're breaking the law. And it is great campaign stuff. It's great stuff to put into an ad. Because again, if you ain't breaking the law, you're not worried about going to jail. You ain't worried about it. You ain't worried about it. I am telling y'all something y'all need to do. One of the reasons why we're here, okay, think about it like this. America had the Civil War, right? It was the North versus the South, right? And people forget the South tried to create their own country. It was like the Confederate States of America, right? They tried to create their own country. But the Confederacy lost. They got their ass handed to them. They got their ass handed to them. The Confederacy fucking lost. What America didn't do very well was to crush any semblance of any support for the Confederacy post the war. Post the war, those people should have been pushed out of here, just like anybody that supported, y'all know who, was pushed out of Germany. Same thing. But in America, they did too much placating to them, allowing them to fly their fucking loser ass flags. My granddaddy fought in the Civil War. Your granddaddy was a fucking loser. Okay? Your granddaddy was a loser, a lame. That's what he was. And you still flying the flag over your loser ass granddaddy. You mean to tell me after all these generations of your family, the only thing y'all got to hang on to the fact is your grandfather was a loser and on the wrong side of history? Craziness. Craziness. But folks should have been pushed out. They should have been pushed out. That's where America went wrong. And they kept letting the shit fester. 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 And now you see MAGA is in bed with Hitler. That's not a coincidence. They're racist. Why wouldn't they be anti-Semitic? MAGA doesn't like Jews. They don't. But they love using Israel as a way to just crush on Palestinians and anybody they figure ain't a Christian, even though Jews ain't Christians either. See, I pay attention to the shit and I connect the dots. And you're right. Let's release those unredacted Epstein files. Like, did y'all see the reports yesterday about how what's in those Epstein files about Trump is even worse than what we thought? I know y'all saw the stuff yesterday. I know you saw the reports about it. They say it's worse than what we thought. Worse. Of course it is. Of course it is. And the Republican Party, they protect predators. Oh, Mike Johnson isn't going to swear in that Democratic elected official because Mike Johnson don't want those Epstein files released. Again, if you have nothing to hide, what do? You hide nothing, right? Not MAGA. Not MAGA. For whatever reason, MAGA got a lot to hide. MAGA ain't got nothing to hide. I mean, MAGA has a lot to hide. Now, I want to go back to something real quick before I keep on going on this Epstein thing. Remember we were talking about congressional salaries? Because I was doing some digging. Congress has increased their salary from the 1960s all the way up to 2025. They've increased their salary by 480%. I'm going to say it one more time. Congress increased their salary 480% since the 1960s. See, when I say it like that, that shit hits a little different, don't it? Yeah, 480% raise they've given themselves, but won't raise the federal minimum wage to just $15. Federal minimum wage, what is $7.25? But they tell you don't work hard enough, right? You need to work harder. You need to do more, right? Child, you could work as hard as you want in lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. You're still not going to be able to even get close to the money that those people are making up there. While lying to you, while not delivering on nothing. Hey, can you turn on the heat out there? I'm a little nippy in here. I'm saying the quiet part out loud because nobody is going to say it to you. 480% pay increase. That's insane. That is insane. And they love to say that, hey, we work hard, this, that. No, you don't. The House has been on a paid vacation for weeks. Imagine what your life would be like if you made $174,000 a year and you didn't even have to work for it. You basically spend most of your life, most of your job campaigning to stay in the job because that's mostly what elected officials do. They get the job and then they spend time campaigning to stay in said job, all the while not delivering on anything. That's crazy. And thank you for saying that. I saw you say 480% in 60 years. Yep. I'm 50 years old. I ain't never got a 480% raise ever. Okay, I'll look up what it was. Let's see. The minimum wage in the 1960s was $1 per hour. By 1968, they raised it to $1.60 an hour. I keep telling y'all, these people are playing in your faces. Maybe with these numbers, it's going to wake people up. They're playing in your fucking face. Fuck you going to do with $1.90 or $1.60 an hour? You ain't going to set the world on fire with that shit. Somewhere along the way, elected officials realized there was more money to be made being in Congress. And then they don't have to deliver on shit. As long as you know how to campaign, as long as you know how to talk to people and sell, ice to an Eskimo, you good. That's how Donald Trump is able to be so good at this. Because he already is a shiesty ass criminal anyway. He was already good at marketing anyway. You say you're 75 and you're struggling. And it's a damn shame that that's the case. Because to be honest with you, America has an aging problem. We have this huge aging population and no infrastructure to support them at all. None. That's another reason why I'm looking to migrate out the country eventually. Because in other countries, they actually have an infrastructure for the elderly. Not in America. Not in America. They don't really have many nursing homes, not public nursing homes. See, what many of you don't understand, in the 60s, 50s, 70s, and 80s, there were public nursing homes, a lot of them. But over time, a lot of those nursing homes got shut down because why? Neglect. The people weren't being cared for properly. So the government shut them places down that the government was running. So now people have to go into private nursing homes. That's why you see a lot of people have nursing homes in their homes. That's why a lot of people have nursing homes out of their homes. They have converted their homes into nursing homes. And they got multiple beds in there with older people that they get their Medicaid, or their Social Security or whatever, and they use that to help care for those people. Some of those people have been completely abandoned by their families. And if not for the grace of the people choosing to care for them, even when they don't get enough money to care for them, they'd be on the fucking street. I'm telling you, I know. Because when my grandmother was still alive, I was looking for senior housing for her. And only thing I found, the nursing homes were all trash. I cried coming out of most of those nursing homes. Because it's a damn shame how America treats its aging population like trash. If you can't work and feed the beast, if you can't feed capitalism in America, you're worthless. You're not worth nothing to America. As soon as you can't work, you're worthless. So old people ain't got no value to America. None. The disabled, none. If you can't work, you have no value to the American system. Something wrong with that. Something wrong with that. Yeah, they drilling on protected land. It ain't for oil. It's to take the land and to keep it for good and do it and sell it to their rich benefactors. I saw somebody mention veterans. I am so upset at seeing so many veterans vote for a guy that was a draft dodger. You made the ultimate sacrifice, but you voted for a man that comes from money, that his parents had a doctor say he had a medical condition so he didn't have to serve. A man that says people who do serve are suckers. But you voted for him. You voted for a man who's against socialism, but you're in the military, which is a whole socialist ass fucking job. They give you training, education, housing, you travel the world. That shit is socialism because you're doing it on our tax dollars. So if you don't believe in socialism, why the fuck are you in a socialist ass job? You should go out into the market that is capitalism and try your hand and see how you survive in there. But what we find out is I keep telling you, conservatives are really socialist. They don't know it. They're socialists and they don't know it. And they spend a lot of their time trying to keep you and me from having access to the things that we paying into. You've been paying taxes all your life into Social Security. Your government, at very least, if they're going to break up Social Security and get rid of it, they owe you every dime of money you put into it. Charity starts at home and you don't live in federal government. Fuck that shit. Run you your fucking cash. You're right. Capitalism is not democracy. You say, did I see the Miss Universe show? Miss Mexico was being well not taken care of. No, I haven't seen that. Just had the conversation about the military. Yep. The military is socialism. I don't, and I'm wonderful. How are you, Trev? The military is a socialist job. I never understand people who don't think military is socialism. Yeah, it is. You're telling people in exchange for you as a person and using you as a resource, we're going to give you training, housing, clothing, food, medical care, education. That shit is socialism. I never understand the people who go, I'm a vet and I'm not a socialist. Yes, you fucking are. If you're still taking your ass over to the Veterans Administration to get care, your ass is a fucking socialist. Like what? If you're getting Social Security, you're a socialist. It says social in the damn name. Like what? You say, did I see what is happening to service members? No, what's happening to service members overseas? Oh, Miss Mexico walked out. Good for her that she walked out. Brandon, you cannot come in here if you're not brave enough to put yourself up in your avatar and let us see that weathered, poor skin. Bye, Brandon. You've been blocked. Yeah, they tie socialism to communism because they don't read books. Conservatives don't read books. Right? Conservatives don't read books. It has ism on the end. So to them, it's the same thing. Communism and socialism are the same thing. What? Makes no sense. If you mean the snap deadline in terms of a judge has said the Trump administration has to fully fund SNAP by today for the whole month of November, we'll see. Problem is Trump has been throwing his thumbs up at the court since he came back into office. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to tell you something. Conservatives know they're in a bad way right now. And I'm going to tell you why conservatives know. When Kay Ivey in Alabama released some money to food banks and shit, oh, they know they in problem. Because Kay Ivey don't give a shit about poor people. She don't give a damn about poor people. But the fact that Kay Ivey, that evil bitch, freed up some state funding, oh, they nervous. They nervous. Yep, Sweden, Germany, Finland are progressive socialist countries. Isn't Norway as well? I'm going to tell you, can I be honest? I've been having my eye on Norway. Norway is fucking gorgeous. Norway is fucking gorgeous. How can you not want to be in a place that looks so picturesque every day? How? It is fucking gorgeous. You say, no, he didn't win by how he's trying to jerry-rig states that he won. Honestly, I don't think the election was stolen when Trump won this past time. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to tell you how Trump won. Trump won last time because of propaganda and them infusing so much propaganda into social media. Trump was on these fucking bro podcasts and shit and all this other shit. I'm telling you, he influenced a lot of young men and a lot of Americans into voting for that shit. Problem was, this election that happened on Tuesday, Trump wasn't on the ballot, y'all. Trump wasn't on the ballot. So it's a problem. Trump is a motivator to get people out, get conservatives out to vote. Trump wasn't on the ballot. And can I tell you something else why they didn't come out to vote? Some gonna say this wrong, but I don't care. They ain't had no food stamps. They was a little weak. A can of tuna is not enough. They ain't gonna give you enough strength to get to the polls on a can of tuna. You understand where I'm coming from? Okay, you understand where I'm coming from? Is that you ain't gonna have enough strength to get to the polls on a can of tuna, beloved? On a can of potted meat, baby. These people didn't have enough strength. Their food benefit got cut. See, you got to remember, a lot of MAGA, they had tricked themselves into believing that they weren't socialists and they didn't depend on government for shit. It wasn't until they didn't get that goddamn food stamp money that all of a sudden it's like, oh shit. Damn, Doris, we do get food stamps up in here. Shit. That's what happened. That's what happened. They remembered and realized, oh shit. We do get food assistance. Fuck. Doris, we gonna have to sell them high top tennis shoes we bought from Trump. We gonna have to sell them on eBay. Get some money to put some food in here. That's exactly how they talking. What did I tell y'all? I've been telling you the whole time. Conservatives will continue to tow water for Trump. They will push the propaganda up until the propaganda doesn't match their reality. Yep, and you're right, XM. Just like they didn't think the ACA and Obamacare were the same thing. Now that they seeing that their damn subsidies are gone and they seeing what the premiums really will be, and they realize, oh shit, we can't afford to see the doctor no more. I got gout, my gout flaring up right now, Doris. If we lose our health care, I'm gonna lose this whole damn foot. That's what they thinking. Good. Take the foot. Fuck it. They voted for this shit. They voted for this shit. I feel no sorrow for the people who were so poor and ignorant enough to vote for it. Fuck them. Y'all got too much compassion for people. I don't have that level of compassion. I want people to have the day that they voted for. A lot of the blue votes came out of the young folks. The young folks are waking up because young people, they can't get no job. Or the jobs are so fucking low wage, they can't afford to live. They're seeing that ain't no future for them. That's what young people are seeing. Young people are seeing it and going, well, what's my future? What's my future? Low wage job, robbing Peter to pay Paul, struggling, never getting ahead no matter how much I try to get ahead. That's what young people understand. And they tired. They don't want that life for themselves. They don't want the life their parents had. I'm glad young people are waking up. Now you finally realize that a lot of older people are indoctrinated because they struggled, because they suffered and they laid down for the system. They don't want your life to be any better than theirs. They want your ass to lay down too. They want your ass to lay down too. And somebody's right. Republicans technically offer no future for any electorate out there. They don't. And they know it. That's why y'all talking about affordability is fucking with their plans. When you keep affordability, y'all doing that shit, they like, man, the fuck, if these people don't shut up. We never intended to lower the price of fucking groceries. God damn. My picture. Yeah, there we go. They didn't anticipate that. Y'all now are asking for affordable groceries, affordable rents, affordable cars, affordable insurance. They like, oh, wait a minute. Wait. I never promised you a better life. I never said that. I said you'd have the ability to be free. Y'all got to listen to Republicans when they be talking to you. They never said your life would be better. They said you would have freedom. They didn't say freedom to do what? Right? But it's freedom to be poor. Y'all so fucking free to be broke now, you don't know what to do with yourself. You free to be broke. And I'm telling you, you're going to have a tough time ignoring the propaganda and the bullshit that conservatives say when the rumbling of your stomach and your children's stomachs are so loud you thought it was thunder. Mm-hmm. All three of your college grads are back at home. Understood, Candy, they have to be. It's too expensive to live out there on their own. If your college grad had to go out there and live on their own, they'd be homeless. There ain't enough money out there for them to win. Yep, because essentially what everybody voted for, hey, Travelholic, What everybody voted for was freedom to be governed by rich people. That's what y'all voted for. Rich people are in charge of your government because they're paying to have access. The Trump family has almost made $3 billion and since Trump has been back in office. And Trump is having the Republicans keep the government closed and starving you and your family. But the Trumps are laughing all the way to the bank. Post-Trump, if the American people don't demand that they're all held accountable for stealing and robbing and plundering America, it's going to happen again. And it's going to happen again with somebody way smarter than Trump. See, y'all lucky that Trump is not, he ain't stupid, but he dumb. Y'all lucky he dumb. And he got a big ego. You understand? You lucky. You're lucky Trump is a narcissist. And he always tells on himself and he fucks a lot of things up. You're lucky. But you ain't going to keep on being lucky, America. You're going to get yourself somebody who's the perfect fusion of evil, but they're also brilliant. And they have charisma. You just ain't found that yet. That ain't happened yet. The closest you got is Trump got charisma. He ain't brilliant. He ain't stupid. He kind of dumb, but he knows how to surround himself with smart people. Nah, Elon dumb. Elon is not as smart as y'all think he is. Elon is just smart enough to acquire companies where really brilliant people created things. Like Elon Musk did not create Tesla. He didn't create it. He bought it. Other people created it that are really brilliant and really smart. All he did was buy it. That's it. And the only reason why Elon Musk made a lot of money with it was because I'm about to make this clear to you. Elon Musk is a socialist. He was getting socialist carbon credits from the government for selling EVs. That's where he was getting his money from, on them fucking carbon credits. Yes and no, because the government eliminated those carbon credits. Republicans cut those carbon credits in that big, beautiful bullshit bill. That's why Elon was mad it passed. That's why Elon was mad that it passed. Because the Trump administration is trying to stop you from buying EVs. They don't want you buying EVs. They want you to buy good old gas guzzlers. Hell, the Trump administration is trying to make coal great again. Even though the Trump administration also got rid of the Black Lung Fund for coal workers. Yeah, he got rid of that. You say saving $100K a year, it would take 4,910,000 years to catch up to Elon. Exactly. So in short, we never would. I love to say it that way. Tesla. Anytime I see a fool in a Tesla, I'm always like, oh, I don't think a lot, especially young people who bought Teslas, I don't think they understood the amount of monetization associated with the Tesla. You can't buy your tires from anywhere. Got to buy them from Tesla. My family's from the South, so I speak South very well. That's why when you hear me go into my Southern drawl talking about everything, that's my family down South. Approximately 65 to 70% of households receiving major federal aid, are in Republican states. Republican states are up against the wall right now, especially with the cut of SNAP. Yeah, especially with the cut of SNAP. And blue states have been digging into their reserve funds to provide SNAP benefits to the people that live in their states. Not only conservative state I know that have done some of that is Alabama, but they ain't did enough to really help nobody. You know what? I'm glad Ron DeSantis is refusing to send SNAP out. I'm glad. Good. That's what the people of Florida, they keep voting for this stupid shit. Let them starve. Fuck it. Let them starve. This is why you got to have co-ops. So the people who didn't vote for it don't fucking starve. Everybody else, let them fucking starve. Even old people, if they voted for the shit, fuck them. You're right, Zarvis. 2 million ain't no money, but fuck Alabama too. That's what they get for voting for fucking Kay Ivey. Starve them. Fuck it. Co-ops for anybody else who didn't, so they can still eat. You say you have people in Alabama on Snap that voted right? Yeah, so they voted to go hungry. Fuck them. You can't. I'm explaining something to you that was explained to me eons ago. You cannot care about somebody more than they care about themselves. Hey, reptilians, good morning to you. You can't. Y'all keep caring about people more than they care about themselves. That's a fool's errand. Don't do that shit. Don't do it. I told you that Trump and the MAGA movement is the people's temple of politics. If you are familiar with Jim Jones and the People's Temple, you understand exactly what Trumpism is. It's a cult. I've been telling you for a while, it's a cult. This is why you can't talk to these people. This is why you can't try to rationalize with these people. Because there is no rational conversation to be had with them. If you don't believe me, go look at old videos of the People's Temple. And you tell me if that don't remind you of MAGA. Just watch it. It's the same shit. Now, just like with People's Temple, a lot of people didn't wake up till Jim Jones started passing out that Kool-Aid. Then people started waking up. Problem was, for a lot of them, they didn't have no choices. Even when they did wake up, it was too late. The machine wasn't going to let them go. Now, some people got out, but they woke up at the very end. Some of them, they were already awake, but they were too afraid to say anything. Because the cult would snitch on each other and sell you out and tell. If you had any doubts, they would sell you out and tell on you so everybody in the community would know you got doubts. Trumpism is the same way. They don't allow you to think, to have no difference of thought than the master. Because if you have any difference of thought different than the master's going to lose. So they can't have that. You must always praise Trump, believe in what Trump says, agree with Trump, walk lockstep with Trump. Always. Yep. I told y'all, XM, when these people say that other people have TDS, they're talking about themselves. MAGA has TDS. They have Trump derangement syndrome. Look at it. They're sacrificing their children for him, their parents for him. Hell, they're sacrificing their own livelihood and health for him. Hey, that image is diabolical, but so funny. Listen, let me stop for a second. Let me stop to say good morning to y'all. Thank you for joining me. Happy Friday. Look, my stomach is cutting up, but I hope y'all can't hear because I got this noise canceling microphone on. My stomach over here growling like I ain't getting no SNAP benefits. And the only thing it was, I just ain't ate no breakfast yet. It ain't got nothing to do with the benefits. Good morning to you. My stomach over here curring on. My stomach over here like this. Calm down. Look, it's still a little nippy in here. I got to put my hood on a little bit. Shit. Good morning, Chris. Thank you so much, Hold Up. I appreciate that. But y'all going to learn, man. I just say these things because I want the American public to wake up. You don't have to suffer and work as hard as you do, but the system got you working and grinding so much that you've become used to your struggle. And if you're not struggling, you think something's wrong. If you don't have a little bit of money left, something wrong. Question for y'all. If you paid all your bills and had a whole lot of money left over, wouldn't you think you missed paying a bill? You would think you missed something, right? Exactly. Because you're used to suffering. You're used to not having enough. You're used to the struggle. You're used to it. You're going to make the automatic assumption. You're going to check and recheck. Hold up. I must have missed paying something. Because I never had this much money after I pay my bills. So I forgot something. Because something ain't right here. I got to figure out what it is. Because I don't want to incur no late fees. So I got to figure out where I might have went wrong. Because I shouldn't have this much money. That's a sad truth. But it's the truth. Because you're so conditioned to the suffering, to the struggle. When you ain't got it, you think you did something wrong. No, baby, it means you're indoctrinated, beloved. That's all. You're just indoctrinated. That's all it is. That's all it is. Once you realize that, then you can start to navigate differently. Because indoctrination will have you thinking you doing something wrong. I'm going to tell you how I know. Many years ago, people were doing a lot of traveling, right? People was taking vacations all the time. They was traveling. And honestly, I remember having a conversation with my husband and saying to him, like, what are we doing wrong? I remember saying that to him. I said, what are we doing wrong? Because I see people taking all these vacations. Where's the money coming from? Like, they got a lot of money. Obviously, we're doing something wrong here. Because how do they have money to do all of this stuff? And to take all these trips and to buy all these things? Right. See, I didn't know they were using credit. I assumed people were doing all this shit with cash with my silly ass. No bullshit. I thought that people just had a lot of money. I really did. Because I didn't grow up with people buying shit on credit cards all the time. I didn't grow up like that. How I grew up, a credit card was a break in case of emergency type of situation. It wasn't, we go buy groceries. It wasn't that. I grew up with a family, if you didn't have the money to buy it, you couldn't afford it. So you didn't buy it. Actually, we did travel at Atlantean, but we did car trips. That's what we did. We did layaway. Think about it. Think about how you were raised. That's how I was raised. Layaway, car trips, saving up for something and then buying it in cash. That's how we were raised. So when people were taking all these trips, buying all these fancy cars, these big houses, I genuinely thought my whole life, I fucked up my whole life. Obviously, I'm doing this whole life thing wrong. Because I sure wish that my life was like those people's lives. But then one day, I realized, nah, these motherfuckers are living on credit. Son of a bitches. And all this time, I was beating myself up, thinking I wasn't doing it the right way. Now, Machila, you say I'm still doing layaway and car trips, but now I'm in a new tax bracket. Hey, you too? People would get mad at me when I would say, I can't afford that. They'd be like, girl, you make a great amount of money. What do you mean I can't afford it? Because I can't, if it's going to result in a bill for me, like I got to keep paying on the shit, I can't afford it. That's how I see it. That's how I think. If it's going to result in a bill that I have to pay on every month, I can't afford it. Because if I could afford it, I wouldn't need to finance it. That's how I see it. And for a long time, I thought, you know how they used to tell us, you got a poor person's mindset. That's what people, I thought I did. I said, well, I guess I'm thinking like a poor person and I shouldn't be thinking like this. Now follow my logic. You only live once. I should buy. No, you shouldn't. That's the machine. That's the machine. The machine wants you to buy. because the machine needs to be fed. I'm glad I just didn't. I didn't. But for a long time, I thought I was doing the shit wrong. Nope. You know, the happiest motherfucking people in America are the people with no debt. Debt-free people who own their house. They own their car. They ain't got no credit card debt. Them motherfuckers are living the life. All these other people that are working just to pay bills, those are the people that are suffering. The people who have no fucking debt are living the damn life. They can do anything they want when they want to, ain't even got to think about the shit. But they still live like they ain't got no money. That's how come they got money. See, I realized all my family down south in their nice small little homes. Think about it. They're smaller homes, basic ass cars. All the shit is paid for. All the shit is paid for. If they lost their job tomorrow, they still good because all the shit is paid for. But y'all out here, I got a $60,000 car, a $2,000 cell phone. I'm like, well, no wonder your ass stay broke. That's why you ain't got no money. That's why you ain't got no money. It's what my stepfather used to say. My stepfather used to say, people got champagne taste in a ginger ale wallet. Think about that shit. Champagne taste and a ginger ale wallet. I used to be like, damn. My stepfather used to love to say that shit. He's like, don't listen to people. Most people got champagne taste in a ginger ale wallet. Good to know. And I always remember that. I don't let nobody pressure me into, I gotta buy certain things because everybody else buying it. I've fallen into those traps before, wanting to keep up with other folks because I thought they had money. No, they got credit. They got credit. That's why when a lot of people started losing their jobs when Trump came back again, that's why it's a huger problem because people are mired in debt and now you done took their jobs. Hey, mad historian. Now you done took their jobs and they got all this fucking debt. What are people supposed to do? Yep, this is where being a minimalist works. This is where it works. Because if you don't, guess what? You're going to keep feeding the beast. Most of my family members down south, their homes are paid for. Paid for, cash. They always lived very modest lives. They had a modest home, modest car. Not that they didn't take a vacation here or there, because they could. But modesty. Because when you try to be a Kardashian on your budget, you're going to go broke. When you try to be a Kardashian on your budget, you're going to go broke. You don't have the money to be a Kardashian, beloveds. You say your cousin buys designer stuff and go to expensive restaurants. Listen, I will buy some designer stuff, but it got to be on sale. I'm not paying full price for the shit. Y'all know me. I'm allergic to full price. I'm not paying full price for it. So I will buy some stuff, but by and large, for me, I'm looking at quality over the brand name. And then I got this thing about I don't like, right? I don't like buying brands with a big ass name over the front. So I'm supposed to buy something and I bought it and I'm paying you to walk around and advertise the name of your business. Man, get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing that shit. You can kiss my ass. I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. Women was running around so pressed to own a pair of red bottom shoes. I always thought it was diabolical for working class women to want red bottoms when you make hourly wage money. You want red bottoms, but you work an hourly wage fucking job. And listen, and Chris, I was about to say that. And anybody I know that can afford red bottoms say the shoes are not even comfortable. They say the shoes ain't even comfortable. They say they cute to look at, cute to be seen in, but they're not comfortable. Man, during the pandemic, some of the shit that I was seeing, see, that's another reason why I know Trump won the election. Trump won that election fair and square. I'm going to tell you why. A lot of people thought they was going to get a lot of free shit when he came back in the office. Because a lot of people got stimulus checks during Trump's first term. Remember, everything was shut down. So the government was sending out checks. Now, keep in mind, I didn't get shit. I didn't get no checks. But during COVID, the government was sending out a lot of stimulus money to keep the economy going because the government had fucked up shit so bad. Guess what, people? Ain't gonna be no free money. Ain't gonna be no free money. Yeah, ain't gonna be no $120 manicures, $2,000 wigs. Ain't gonna be none of that shit. And I was so confused during the pandemic because I was sitting at home going, these motherfuckers going on vacations. Where's all this money coming from? I'm broke as hell over here. We was broke as hell. And so I was confused. But now I see folks was on credit. Folks was getting stimulus checks. Yep, PPP loans. But I didn't have money to do none of that shit. I didn't have money to take vacations. I didn't have money for that. During the pandemic, we was literally robbing Peter to pay Paul still. It didn't change nothing. So I still was like confused. America, y'all got to wake up. Big part of this is America has an addiction to buying shit. They have a consumerism issue. That's why we got all this debt in America. People buying $1 million homes. And you work as a teacher. The fuck is in the water? $1 million home. That's insane. There's a home that just popped up recently in my area for sale. And, you know, you always nosy when somebody's selling their house, right? I know I am, because if they sell it for too fucking much, chances are my property taxes are going up. So I pay attention. They're trying to sell this house for $700 and something thousand fucking dollars. You know, my first thought, what kind of job these people got? Anytime I see people buy homes at those prices, my very first thought is always, what kind of job they got? What they do for a living? And how can I be down? I don't want a house that costs that much, but if you're making that type of money to buy that type of shit, hook a sister up. But you're right, purchasing is a dopamine for many. And so many people are addicted to buying shit. They're addicted to buying shit. And I'm like, at some point, you got to turn off the faucet of spending fucking money. You got to turn. Zarvis, none of them are kingpins. I was hoping they was little Griselda Blancos. And that's why they were spending all this fucking money. No. They're not little Griselda Blancos. Not at all. Not at all. They're just living on fucking credit. Yep. Okay, I mentioned that before. How I felt like shows like HGTV and a lot of these other shows, that's also what caused people to spend more money on housing than they needed to. People didn't need a wet room. You didn't need a walk-in closet with organized jewelry area, special ceiling recessed lighting. You ain't need all that shit with temperature control. It's a fucking closet. You didn't need $100,000 pool in the backyard. You didn't need none of that shit. You didn't need a heated driveway. You didn't need none of that shit. You didn't. You let those people who want to sell you shit and get you to buy things to convince you that you needed to live like them. You never needed none of that. All of it was a lie. It was all propaganda to get you to spend money that you didn't need to spend. We have been sitting in our house. It'll be 10 years. Yes, 10 years this month that we have been in this house. And one of the things, 10 years next year that we've been in this house. And we haven't nearly done as much stuff as I've seen other people do to their homes. One, because we broke. We ain't got no money for that shit. I remember when we bought the house and the deck was already old and the deck finally gave out. So I was shopping around looking for a new deck company. And the company comes in and they give us all these specs and all this other stuff. So first this guy gives me a quote for a $50,000 deck. I looked at that man. I said, listen, I'm not buying no shit like that. Okay? I don't need no $50,000 deck. I don't need it to be heated outside. It don't need no fucking ceiling fan and shit. Nah, I don't need all of that. Okay? I don't need all that shit. I'm like Chris Rock and I'm gonna get you sucker. What can I get? Let me get one rib. I was like that. Like, nigga, nah, we're not doing that. All I need is a deck and some stairs. Basic bitch shit. I don't need nothing extra, nothing extravagant. I got that whole deck built, I think at the time for like $12,000. Fuck you mean? And even that was a lot to me. 50,000 shit. People were doing that shit. They were doing $50,000 add-ons. Man, get the hell out of here. You're fucking nuts. That's nuts. That's why now when home improvement companies call me, I say, hey, yo, listen, you giving away anything for free? Then stop calling my fucking phone. Zarvis, you said your man was just replaced the broken wood. Listen, I wish we could have. Only reason why I got that deck done because I had to. Otherwise, we never would have did that either. Trust me. I wouldn't have done that either. $3,000. Oh, I wish, Kim. I wish. I'm looking for a good handyman right now because I got some stuff that needs to be done around my house. And the handyman that I used to use, bruh, not around no more. His name was Jesus. I think Jesus got caught up in this stupid immigration shit. He was a good ass handyman. Very affordable. Because Americans charge too much to do shit. That's why I don't like to hire Americans. Americans are too damn expensive. Americans are too fucking expensive. Immigrants are cheaper. And they do better work. Yeah, I said it. And quiet is kept when you hire an American company. All they do is hire it, subcontract it out to immigrants anyway, and keep most of the money. So I'd rather just pay immigrants directly and let them keep all the fucking money. Because that's exactly what American companies do. You'll have an American come to sell you the product, but the work team that shows up to do the work are immigrants. Get a new roof done. Guaranteed. It's Hispanics building that fucking roof. Guaranteed. Man, I used to love going to Home Depot because you could go to Home Depot and get yourself some good handymen or people to build you stuff at Home Depot. I got my whole basement. I remember from some handymen, from Hispanic handymen, I got my whole basement flooring done. That included tile and carpet, and they had extra tile left, so they went outside and tiled the outside for me for free as an extra and into the bathroom. I think the total cost was $600. All I had to pay was for the fucking materials. What? And the funny thing was, listen, I'm gonna be always transparent. I had hired an American first. That fucker was slow and the work was shoddy as fuck. I went down there and I started looking at the work. Tiles turned all funny. I said, you know what, brother? You gonna have to go. And it was a black man. You got to go, brother. This ain't working. That's it. We're not paying you no more fucking money. You gonna have to get the fuck out of here. I got some Hispanic men in here. They finished up my basement in a couple of days. Pulled up everything the man had done, which wasn't much. Got all that shit done, $600. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. And I didn't even negotiate down. When they said $600, I gave them $600 plus I gave them a $250 tip. Stop playing with me. Americans be lazy sometimes and they do shoddy ass work. That's why a lot of times we don't hire American. It ain't because we wouldn't want to. It's because they charge too much and the work is not of quality. And I work hard for my damn money. I'm not going to just give nobody my money. I'm not. Look, if you in Maryland, we probably did have the same black guy. That fucker. Anytime I would see his ass driving around town with that damn truck talking about he do home improvement, I'd be thinking to myself, chill, don't you hire this man. Yeah, he won't finish a damn thing. A damn thing. Yeah, or they'll try to quote based on what you make. Don't be counting my money, homie. I need you to quote my price based on what it's going to cost you to do this fucking job. I'm paying for all the materials. All you got to do is the labor. The Hispanic guys took a couple of days. They finished my entire basement, extended my walkway with tiling to the outside because the tiling was indoor-outdoor tiling. And they even went into my bathroom and tiled that too, and I didn't even ask for it. They had extra tiles, so they did it for me. And they laid down carpet. What? Stop playing with me. If I would have kept waiting on that damn American, my basement still wouldn't be finished. You say a plumber wanted to charge a friend $40 and $50 to change a pitcher pipe. The job took me 5 minutes. That's how Americans do. I'm always looking for a great plumber, a great mechanic. I'm looking for a new mechanic now. I used to have a great Jamaican mechanic, but they're not, I don't know what happened there. Used to have a great Jamaican mechanic that would come to the house and work on our car. Still cheaper than going to most mechanic shops and better quality work. User, you doing a little bit too much talking. Too many icons. We blocked you, beloved. Ain't nobody trying to see that shit. Ain't nobody trying to see that, beloveds. But yeah, you're going to have to make your money work for you in this economy because people will steal from you and they'll do the shit with a smile. They will do it with a smile. That's what I figured out. People don't care. Anything they can do to get your money, they gonna do it. They gonna do it. I'm looking to see what else is happening here. Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom is going to head to Brazil for a UN event aiming at bolstering his international profile after the Trump administration refused to send a representative. So Gavin Newsom is going himself. Oh, I love Gavin Newsom too. Oh, thank y'all so much for all the likes. I appreciate that. I love that Gavin Newsom is leaning in doing what a lot of other elected officials are afraid to do. He's out trumping Trump. He's out trolling the troller. What do I tell y'all every day? He's out trolling the troller. And I saw somebody say HVAC people, they be trying to scam too. They do. I've been looking for a good HVAC person that don't be trying to fucking scam. Real talk. I've been looking for that because it's hard to find. I'm the type of person, I've thought about learning how to be a mechanic, learning how to do HVAC because I don't be fucking trusting people. People be scamming. They always try, like right now, I need my garage door replaced. Don't ask me why. I did something, okay? I'm always fucking up. So I gotta replace my garage door. The quotes that I get, it shouldn't cost $5,000 to replace a garage door. Like, the fuck is you talking about? It's a door. I want you to take off the old one and put on a new one. How much can that cost? You say you're licensed in HVAC in Illinois and I catch them up all the time. Four Seasons lies. Yeah, they're salesmen. Yeah, I'm not paying $5,000 to replace a fucking garage door. Yeah, I'm going to have to watch YouTube. I'm going to have to and figure this shit out myself. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm going to have to figure it out. I have needed a garage door and I refuse to pay that type of money. You're lucky, Chariot, to find somebody honest. It's hard, though. It's hard to find honest people to do honest work for you. It's hard. It's hard. It is hard. Now, I want to ask, did y'all see this picture yesterday? Hold on, let me find it. This shit is the funniest shit ever. Y'all saw this yesterday? Did y'all see this? Trump looks so mad. He looked like this motherfucker of all times. You want to fall out? You want to fall out here? I want all eyes on me, you son of a bitch. That's how he looking. That's how he don't care at all. You know what the fuck he doing? Trump over there like this some bullshit. Man, RFK Jr. rolled out of there. He rolled out like SpongeBob. Well, I'm gonna go on ahead and get out of here. Let me see. You're the secretary. You're the HHS secretary. RFK's like, I don't know shit about health. What? You know why he left? The brainworm said, leave. Leave. We're no good here. RFK said, okay. The fuck? I would say I'm surprised. I would say I'm shocked. Nothing with these people shocked me. And to me, seeing Trump's face, now I'm going to tell you, this is the best one I saw. Because this is us over here. This is Trump, who gives no fucks about us at all. At all. Think about it. Trump's still trying to lie to you and tell you grocery prices are cheaper when you go to the store. Y'all see how now all of a sudden Trump cares about the price of groceries again? You know why he care? Because your ass care. You won't let up on it. You won't let up on it. And Trump knows that you're not going to let up on it. He knows. And he's concerned. Pawpaw's concerned. But look how deflated he looks. He looks like, oh man, I was about to tell another lie. Now you got to pay attention to him. That's how he look. He literally don't even look like that. I was about to tell another lie. Now we got to pay attention to this damn man falling out. Oh, I saw him fall asleep. Hold on. I got footage of that. There's our president. You remember when they used to say Sleepy Joe? Look at Droopy Dawn. Look at Droopy Dawn. Sleeping like shit. Indica on one side, sativa on the other. Look at him. Look at him. Just as ridiculous. But when you're 79 years old and you sit still for too long, you're going to fall asleep. I know. My grandmama used to do that shit to me all the time. All the time. Be sitting up there talking to grandma. Grandma be like this. I said, Grandma, you done fell asleep on me while I'm talking. I ain't sleep. I'm just resting my eyes. Girl, that's called sleep. The fuck? You know how some people go to sleep to white noise? I bet you Trump plays a tape of people crying and begging for help. And that's like white noise for him. And he sleep, he just, oh, why all the people going, ah, oh, they yelling and screaming. He like, I bet you. Because it's like he's only happy when other people are suffering. Only happy then. Now, a lot of people said, Trump, now I got to go back to something real quick. Because when I show you this picture, a lot of people said the man fell out because he smelled something in there. But they got his legs up. But see, understand, this office is full of old people. You know it smells like Bengay and mothballs in there. Because you know how old people got a certain smell to them, a certain stench to them. You know it smells like old people in that office. Because most of them are old. Old people just got a certain, you know, a certain smell to them. You know? A certain stench. But I love this picture only because Trump's face looks so defeated. Trump is like, I was going to lie, but now we got to, I don't know, act like we care about this man falling out. Can you hurry up and fall out and be good already so they can drag your ass out of here? I'm ready to tell another lie. Listen, y'all know if somebody, listen, you've had children and you know how it is when children have been sweating and wearing a diaper and they got that swamp ass in that diaper. Imagine an adult having swamp ass in a diaper. That's all I'll say to that. That's all I'll say to that. I've had 2 kids and I know how it is to smell swamp ass when it's been hot and they've been sitting in that damn diaper. You say you just looked it up. Look at the second picture of Trump. My favorite was when Trump was sitting up there. Honestly, my favorite picture out of all of it is this one. Because the motherfucker looked like it looked like Weekend at Bernie's. Does it not? Don't it look like Weekend at Bernie's? And again, remember yesterday, the reason why those executives were at the White House was for one reason. They were talking about lowering the price of weight loss drugs. This is my thing. You're starving. It's inflation. You don't need Wegovy. You don't need Wegovy. You got hungovy. You're hungry as a motherfucker. You ain't got enough money. You don't need Wegovy at all. You're starving. You're down to 1 meal a fucking day. You already losing weight. Fuck you need Wegovy for? That shit don't help you. Nothing Trump did in that White House yesterday helps you. Nothing. Nothing. Scorpio girl, it didn't make any sense because you know why Trump did it? Republicans lost the election on Tuesday. They didn't win nothing. Nothing. Zero zilch. Okay? Nothing. So now they're trying to look like they care about people and they want to make things affordable. Understand, Republicans have nothing in their platform to make your life function better. Nothing. Their entire platform is building up big business and bankrupting you. That's their entire platform. They just didn't anticipate that you wouldn't like being starved. They thought you'd be but honestly, they thought they could starve you and you would believe that Democrats did it. That's really honestly what they thought. They thought they could starve you. They thought they could take your food stamps. They thought they could take your health insurance and blame it on Democrats, and you would believe it. You say he brought back plastic straws? He's such a dumbass. I don't know about y'all, but I've been stopped using paper straws. That shit sucks ass. Now that's why I say liberals went too fucking far. That shit sucks ass. I hate paper straws. So you give me a fucking paper straw, I'm going to throw that shit back at you. If you don't keep this shit, I'm like Miss Jetty when Martin tried to give her that fucking tuna sandwich. I don't eat no damn tuna. You don't get that fucking paper straw out of here. The hell? Yeah, I don't do that. I've been stopped using paper straws. So Trump ain't helping nobody. Thanks, Paw. Making plastic straws great again. How about you give folks $500 rent? How about they have rent for $425, $450? How about you do that? But he ain't gonna do that. Because that would actually help you. All of this shit is fake shit. Fake shit. Y'all, wait a minute. Something's in the water, y'all. Something's in the water right now. I have to tell y'all this. I just read this. Listen, don't forget, on Fridays, I do Freebie Friday over on Patreon, okay? We're about to get started over there in a little while because we're able to have uncensored conversations over on Patreon. We're able to talk about things over on Patreon that we can't talk about here. And Friday is free for everybody. So if you are not already a member of my Patreon, you need to click the link in my bio and come on over to Patreon and listen to the free show on Friday. Because we do other things we can't do on TikTok. Y'all, because we're going to dive real deep on this morning. But y'all, look, I sound like Busta Rhymes. Y'all, listen. Marjorie Taylor Greene and Nancy Mace have now started attacking MAGA masculinity. This is not going to end well. This is not going to end well, y'all. Y'all know this, right? Because somewhere along the way, conservative women thought conservative men cared about what they thought. They about to get their wake-up call. They're about to get their wake-up call. I'm so confused by these women who think that conservative men care about what they think. No, you're an accessory. You're an accessory. And accessories are supposed to shh, but be quiet. These women actually want to be taken seriously. No. Why would anybody take them seriously? You're clowns. You're accessories. You're there to draw in other women, to make other women think that patriarchy is nice and good and has a place in society. So, according to Nancy May, look, even Candace is getting. Listen, they're doing it because of one reason. They see that women showed up and showed out for Democrats and they're nervous. They're nervous. So they're trying to find a way to lure women into the conservative movement. There is no reason why a woman would want to be a conservative. Not in America. Hell, they don't even want you to vote. So why would you be a conservative woman? They don't even want you to have a voice. Didn't I tell y'all? I told y'all the runway has run out on conservatives and conservative policies. They're running out of room to spew bullshit. Bullshit ain't working no more, baby. Bills got to be paid. People need food. People tired of suffering. People tired of robbing Peter to pay Paul. So all of that shit that Republicans have been talking, it's not working no more. Yep, Republicans are scared. Good. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something so y'all can stay on Democrats today as I wrap up the live this morning. I'm going to tell you something because y'all need to be contacting Democratic elected officials, especially in the Senate, because old Chuck Schumer's ass is about to fold. Okay? So y'all got to stay on Democrats to hold the fucking line. So Chuck Schumer is talking about making a deal with Republicans, right, for a guaranteed vote on reduced subsidies in exchange for opening the government again. And to that I say no. 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 Democrats should not compromise on that. Americans need all of their subsidy for health care. Why? The cost of everything is too damn high. Americans ain't got the money to pay increased costs for health care. They ain't got it. They don't have it. They're paying too much in groceries, too much in insurance, not just health insurance, property insurance, car insurance, all types of insurances are expensive. Americans ain't got it to pay the extra for insurance. So no. The subsidies need to be extended just the way they are now. But I'm letting y'all know that Chuck Schumer is already talking about compromise. This is why I say Nancy Pelosi, to be honest with you, I'm glad that she's not running again because she's older, but Chuck Schumer's ass need to go because Chuck Schumer's a problem. He goes along to get along. No compromise. Contact your Democratic elected officials, email them, call them, whatever you got to do to tell them don't let up. No compromise. No reduction in those subsidies. Zero. Tell them to hold firm. Because if they don't hold firm, their ass is going to lose in the midterm. Let them know. Tell them outright. Tell them outright. If you lay down for Republicans, you will not win midterms. Tell them. Because we'll make sure you won't. Call them, email them, stay on Democrats' ass on this shit. Because Chuck Schumer got it wrong again. Chuck Schumer's wrong again. I am tired of seeing Democrats fold and shit like a cheap fucking chair from Walmart. No more. It is fine time that the Republican Party is held accountable for trying to bankrupt the American populace. Enough. 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 I want to remind you all to check out this week's episode of the Straight No Chaser podcast. I released it on Wednesday. Okay? It's episode 40, and I talk about the new poor. I am running for office in Maryland, Rosalind. I am. I've made that decision. I am going to run for office. I've started my stuff. I was talking with a friend yesterday that's going to help me with fundraising and things, but I'm going to run for my local district in Maryland. I ain't got no choice. Somebody has to be changed. Somebody has to say the shit that nobody wants to say. So I'll say it. I'll come to Washington and be a fucking troublemaker. I don't live far from DC, no way. And I know, I understand how the DMV work. I understand how Washington works. And I understand the game they play when they come to talk to you and me and what they do when they get up there on that hill and play games with each other. Yep. I'm a manifested, Linda. I'm already leaning into it to say what I tell y'all. At one of my campaign events I'm going to come into. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. That I said, listen, and just be like, listen, come on now. I'm already ready for it. I'm already ready. I plan to do and say the things that Democrats be afraid to do and say that people want them to. It's like, damn, say the quiet part out loud. This guy's a crook. And you know how I know he's a crook? When he first came to Congress, he was worth $50,000 and 2 packs of Newports. Now this guy's worth over $10 million. This fucker's a scammer. He's a thief. He's making money. Nobody ever says that. I'm going to say it. Yep, state legislator. I'm going to say it. I'm trying to go into Congress, not be in my state legislator. I want to go to D.C. and change some shit in the city because I want to fight for putting term limits in place, raising the federal minimum wage, codifying abortion rights for women in America to keep government out of their uterus. Because your government is big. I mean, your uterus is big, but it ain't big enough for no fucking government to fit in there. You understand? You understand? Affordable housing, free undergraduate degrees. You should be able to go to community college for free. You shouldn't have to pay for that. Your taxes already paying into shit. Shouldn't have to pay for that. You can help by just staying connected to me. I'm sorry, following. And when I tell you what I need, let me know. Yep, I'm a democratic socialist. And when people say, you're a socialist, I'm going to say you are too, and you don't even know it, stupid. Yeah. And people are like, oh, you're running for Congress and you call somebody stupid? Sure did, dumbass. Trump said we can speak our minds. I'm free to speak my fucking mind. How come only y'all get to speak it? Fuck you. And the horse you rode in on. Run and tell that shit. Cry about it. And don't cry in the car. Cry in front of me. I get strength from your tears. Fuck them people. Problem is everybody been too fucking nice. And I'm done being nice. I'm done being nice. And I need a job. Elon Musk took my job. And what did I tell y'all this morning? Look, let me find my paper. Congress makes $174,000 a year. Well, shit, sound like I'm about to get a raise. Right? Sound like I'm about to get a raise. And I'm going to go up there and I'm going to tell y'all and I'm going to learn and figure out how they be scamming this shit. Oh, I'm going to figure out how they be scamming. And I'm going to get in on it and then tell y'all how they do it and expose the shit. And then watch them all go, Oh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to use my southern drawl too to get those. Because you know how black people, we do that code switching. So when I talk to, folks that speak Ebonics, be like, what's up, homie? How you doing, pimp? Listen, let me talk to you for a second, shawty. Do that conversation. Then when I'm talking to the people with the southern, hey there, Mildred, good morning to you, beautiful. Let's talk about money. Okay, can we talk about money, gorgeous? Then that's when you put that on. You understand? Listen, the many faces of me. They about to learn. What did I tell y'all? I've been telling you for months. They say Trump is bad. You ain't seen shit yet. You wait until you see a socialist that is in your face like Trump is and unapologetic as Trump is. Did you say that you hope that trailers in Kentucky blow over and don't get pulled up? And did. I sure did. I did. You forgot another part. I also said them keep looking out their dirty windows, and that's why they can't really see what's happening. I said that part too. Why didn't you say that part? If you're going to quote me, quote all of it. I did. Oh, ain't nothing like a good code switch. I love code switching. Look, as I wrap up this morning, I'm going to tell you a story. I've told this story before, but I find it hilarious. How I code switched at work one day, right? So I worked this job, right? And this lady, I thought she was cool. I'm getting a little nippy again. I thought she was cool. But I found out that bitch was in the office running around talking about me. And I was like, yo, wait a minute. And a guy that I work with, he told me, he was like, it was this white guy that I work with. We was cool, right? He said, listen, hey, I just want to let you know, such and such running around here talking shit about you. She came in the room, she was talking all this shit when we was in here. I said, oh, word. Thanks for looking out. So then I walked up to this. I was like, hey, Sheila, can I talk to you for a second? We go into the little conference room. I shut the door. As soon as that door shut, I turn around. Listen, bitch, you better keep my fucking name out your fucking mouth, because I heard you running around here talking shit about me. Let me tell you something. If I hear that you said anything about me, bitch, you can't even say my fucking name. I hear you say anything about me, I'ma shift your fucking ass. You understand? Don't fuck with me. You understand? And you can run and tell anybody I said this shit. My reputation precedes me. They'll never believe you, bitch. And I turned around and opened up the door and walked the fuck out. That bitch ain't say nothing else about me. Bitch, you got the wrong one. You got the wrong fucking one. Okay? You got the wrong one. What is it? You got the right one, baby. Uh-huh. Shit, I took it all the way back with y'all ass. If those who know, you know what that's from. I was like, you got me all fucked up. You got me way fucked up. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. Now I kiki and call with you and shit. Have a good old time. But as soon as I feel like your ass is shady and shiesty and you coming at me, oh bitch, it's on. It's on and popping. Especially because I'm not a hugely tall woman, but I'm not short like most women. I'm about almost 5'7". I'm tall enough. And I was like, bitch, you got me fucked up. Like, you must not know about me. Yep, that was a Pepsi commercial. Ray Charles, you're absolutely correct. Look, I'm showing my age, my 50-year-old ass age, but it popped in my head. I used to love them commercials. You got the right one, baby. Uh-huh. I used to love that shit. But I was like, bitch, you got me all the way fucked up. Excuse my French. Listen. You know what, D? I always this is what I tell MAGA. You know the secret to nice skin? Minding your business. MAGA can't do it. Minding your business is a big part of it. A washcloth, sunscreen, because sun will have you cooking like bacon. But they don't listen to me. They don't listen, so I give up. Thank you. Look, King, I got to find me a haircut. Look, because I got too much hair up here. This is way too much. Time to cut it all off again. Plus, I'm one of those people, I'm one of those women that I like to wear like baggy things and like certain things. So then it confuses men when I'm out and about. Because I think for a lot of them, they assume that I like girls. No, I do not. I don't. I just have hot flashes and the shit makes me sweat. The hair makes me sweat. So this gives me that cool breeze on my neck. You understand? And plus, when I meet up with my girlfriend today, in case any men try to talk to us, because me and my girlfriend, we love to do this shit. We'll always say, man, you gonna try to talk to my woman while I'm standing right here? You see me standing here with my woman, and you're gonna try to mac on my girl? Chill, bye. We don't even like girls. But it's how you get rid of men you don't want to talk to. Fuck that shit. You gonna sit here and try to mac on my woman while I'm right here? Y'all some disrespectful ass men. And then when the guy go, oh, no, I ain't mean no disrespect. Then me and my girlfriend go, chill. That's how you get rid of a man you don't want to talk to. Have your girlfriend act like y'all together. They'll leave you alone. And now you're going to get a creep every so often. Shit, I love a good party. Beat it, bruh. Built funny ass muff. Listen, don't get me started. Listen, I love you all. I thank you for joining me this morning. Listen, this afternoon, I got to decide what time I'm going to be around because I'm supposed to meet up with somebody this afternoon. So I'll either be online early or not at all. Because tomorrow, we're going to be online together for several hours tomorrow making biscuits. Don't forget, tomorrow morning is bread day. So we're making Parker House rolls tomorrow morning. I got 72 biscuits I got to bake in the morning. I'm a par bake most of them to freeze them to put in the freezer. But I will fully bake one tray of biscuits so y'all can see how those biscuits look. They so good. Those biscuits, they spread your hips. Like if you try and get a little thick, make you some of them biscuits and eat them biscuits. You gonna get thick, okay? So I am going to start my uncensored live after show on Patreon. If you want to be a part of that conversation where we go all the way in, because there's a lot of things we can't talk about here, click the link in my profile and come on over to Patreon this morning and enjoy and have fun. Because we have fun. Because see, you're not censored either over on Patreon. You understand? Now, you can't come trolling now. Now, if you come trolling, I'm going to boot you like I boot trolls altogether. But if you want to have a good time and good conversation and talk about shit that you don't get to talk about here, come on over to Patreon and let's talk about it. We're going to talk about, like I said, the MAGA women not liking the toxic male shit. We're going to talk about some Epstein stuff. We're going to talk about some Trump stuff. We talk about a little bit of everything over in our Uncensored Lives. Don't forget, the movie post on Patreon is going to close this evening. So if you have not put up your suggestions for November movie month, you need to, because the poll going to go up tomorrow. Okay? All right? So I may be back this afternoon, but I got to figure out the timing on all of it because it's too many things happening today. So I love you guys. I want you to have a safe and beautiful day. Thank you for all the likes. I appreciate it. Thank you. Look, we got over 200 shares this morning. Thank you for that. Before we wrap up, I want to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters because I do this in every live. I appreciate all of you though. Just note that each and every one of you, I appreciate. I'm trying to figure out if I could put my wireless. No, I can't put it in there. My wireless, I don't know if I can put it there. But I appreciate each and every one of you. Number 1, Miss Beautiful Stacy D. Thank you, Stacy. I appreciate you being here and supporting me. I really do. Number 2, Beautiful Chris. Thank you, beautiful. Number 3, Handsome Russ Nelson. Thank you so much, Handsome. Thank you for being here. Russ is one of my day ones. I got a lot of day ones in here. Then number 4, Scorpio Girl. Thank you, beautiful. Number 5, Miss Beautiful Faith A. Johnson. Thank you so much, beautiful. And a special shout out to number 6, Beautiful Miss Lori. Thank you so much, beautiful. Listen, I want to say thank you to all the mods for coming in here today and helping. I'm trying to get my microphone situated for the live this morning. Helping, okay, it's right. Helping to keep the trolls out. So thank you so much. Have a beautiful, great day to you too, Queen. I appreciate each and every one of you. Listen, hold your head up today. What do I tell you every day? Well, lately I've been telling you because I have been forgetting to tell you. You hold your head back today. Put your shoulders back, put your chin up, and walk with some confidence. Know you the shit, okay? What did I tell you? Shawty, you the shit. Hey, you the shit. Shawty, you the shit. Hey, listen, okay? I love you, and I will see you maybe this afternoon, all right? Don't let nobody live rent-free in your head. Don't feed the trolls, and you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. Peace, everybody. I love you. And those of you who are joining me on Patreon, let's go. I'll see you in a few minutes. Bye-bye, everybody.